going on, guys? So we are out here in Grapevine, Texas. Jayco has invited us to their 2025 Jayco homecoming event where they feature the 2026 model year lineup. In front of me, you are looking at something really special. This is an all-new floor plan, and from a toy hauler perspective, if you're looking for a big, long toy hauler, this one checks so many boxes. I hope you enjoy it. Hang tight. I'll be right back. All right, so looking at the numbers, this is going to have a gross vehicle weight rating of 20,400 pounds. In terms of large fifth wheel toy haulers, that's actually not too bad. It's going to have three 7,000 pound axles, which means that the axle capacity actually exceeds the gross vehicle weight rating. I like that. It's also going to have 17.5 inch H-rated tires. That's awesome. It's going to have a cargo capacity of 4,635 pounds, and it's going to be dry at 15,765 pounds. This is dually territory. I would not put this behind any single rear wheel vehicle. I know a lot of people do that, but this is dually territory for me. I would definitely recommend having a truck that has over 4,000 pounds worth of cargo capacity because you're going to transfer a lot of weight to the vehicle. That said, a lot of cool things going on here. You have spot for twin 30 or even 40 pound propane cans on each side, so you can take a ton of propane with you. On this side, you have your water connection panel. Sorry, it's kind of dark in here, but there's some motion lights that should pop on when you start messing around in here. Let's see if I can turn this one on. Nautilus panel, auto leveling. You have your Nuvo H2O triple filtration water system as well. Really nice. You have your Suburban on-demand water heater also. This does have some cable slides on it. This one right here is the BAL exact slide-out mechanism, which is not a bad slide-out mechanism, honestly. Rides on a 12-inch I-beam frame, front to back, with no drop frame section on it as well. This slide over here is a Schwintek slide. It's a smaller slide-out mechanism for the wardrobe. It is prepped for the side view cameras as well. It has the CURT Rotaflex PinBox on the front. This has the NPS 6000 generator on it. Hydraulic auto leveling system. In here, got the other side of your pass-through storage. It's pretty good size. A lot of toy haulers kind of lack storage in that area, but this isn't too bad. MB Quart speakers on the outside. Love the full body paint. Absolutely beautiful full body paint to it. And you'll have your fueling station on the other side as well. Coming around this way, you have your second entry exit. You have two large awnings on here as well. This is going to have the Cooper Works H-rated tires, and it also has the Cree 3000 suspension system on it. You have the J-Port 2-inch receiver on the side here, so you can put like a grill or a table, stuff like that. Has the J-Smart turn signal lighting, which essentially turns your turn signals on with the rear turn signal. Here's your ramp, which also turns into a big patio. I'll show you one here in a second so you can kind of see what that looks like. On this side, you have your collapsible ladder to get you on the roof. That's your fueling station for both your generator and a separate tank for your toys. So you can actually fill up your generator off of the other one if you need to. 50 amp connection there as well. Okay, so we are going to step inside, but before we do that, just want to show you what these ramps look like when they're in their down position. You have screen doors that can shut right there, plus an awning that goes over it. It's going to be the same for this Seismic right here. Love that full body paint job though, including how they cover the sides with paint as well. And this is going to be the Seismic 399. So right off the bat, those of you who have watched my channel for a while will know why I like this floor plan. They give you a great sofa right here, which faces the TV, and it's a good size L-shaped sofa. This isn't that traditional super small one, which is usually like this long, and it's right in front of the TV, so you're literally, you know, distance away to where you can probably touch it with your feet. They have this really crazy stereo system right here as well from MB Quart. It's all touchscreen, which is cool. And then you also have a panoramic fireplace. You have cabinets all over the place. You have 3 AC units in here, one in the garage, one right here, and then one up front in the bedroom. On this side, you have that cool new dinette that actually comes out and extends by simply pulling it. Then you have a little area for a coffee station right here, plus some storage underneath it. And then you have this, which you'll probably be able to see better from this side. It's kind of your pantry space with adjustable or removable shelves, which are really nice. Now, my big gripe on this one is thermofoil countertops. Really think they missed on that. They need to put solid surface countertops in a Seismic. I mean, any way you slice it, needs to have those. Possibly even the upgraded stove with the 4-burner drop-in, but I'm not too worried about that. But I definitely think solid surface countertops would be needed on this unit. Now, they could have actually spaced this out a little bit more by like 3 inches, but then the slide wouldn't really have any room to move a little bit. But that would give you a little bit more room on this side, and I think that probably would have been nice. Plus, you have a nice shelf right here. You have your residential GE microwave as well. Nice tinted stainless steel sink. This has the glass cleaner, the vegetable strainer with the waterfall that comes out here, soap dispenser, and some trays that go in right there. Good number of cabinets. You got 3 drawers on this side. Those are the only drawers, but they'll probably work out for the most part. Coming back in the garage real quick. It's a good sized garage. They have this cool collapsible bathroom system right here, so the walls all kind of collapse back, and then this probably has the sink right here. So check that out. So that is the sink if you need to wash your hands back here. But this can all collapse to the side if you need to fit a toy back here. This garage looks to be about 12, maybe 13 feet long. You have cross ventilation right there, which cross ventilates down here. This all opens up. You can see that these are screen doors as well. So you can actually slide all this shut or open it whenever you have the ramp down. And then above it, this turns into 2 bench seats where you can put a table in the middle, and above that you have a huge bed that comes down and gives you like a king size bed for the kiddos. Up here you can mount a TV. Then you have a loft up there as well, plus some additional storage right here, and a lot of your lighting controls and things are right here. Okay, let's work our way to the front of this unit and see what it's all about. Okay, so you have 2 entry exits to get into the bathroom. You have a good sized bathroom. Has a thicker edge on this material right here, which is interesting. I'm kind of wondering what the choices are here. Why go with this versus the thermofoil, because they're both a laminate material. You have a cornered mirror that's also a medicine cabinet. Nice shiplap board design right there. You have a good sized shower in here, plenty of headroom. You could probably be 6'5" and comfortably take a shower in here because the floor of the shower is actually level with the floor of the RV, which is nice. You also have a porcelain foot flush toilet. Then you have this second entrance into the bedroom, so you can kind of turn that into a master bathroom. King size bed. Your nightstands come off the ends right here, which I do really like. And over here you have your closet. A lot of cool things going on back there. A lot of storage space in here also. You can put a stackable washer and dryer in here if you want. Not soft closing, but there are blackout blinds on the windows, which is nice. Relatively small wardrobe down here. I could see this being bigger, especially considering how far out the bed can slide. This is a super, super deep slide, so you get a lot of room here at the end of the bed. And again, you have your AC up here, that second entrance, and your thermostat over here. What do you guys think? I really like the living room floor plan in here, and I'm usually not a big fan of toy haulers because they kind of skimp on the living room and the kitchen because they're trying to make the garage as big as possible. But I actually like this. I think this is a good amount of space, especially with the opposing slides, and it definitely gives you a good amount of relaxation room as well as seating room, and it's just nice. I just wish they had solid surface countertops in here. That's probably my biggest ask. Anyways, please drop a comment below. Let me know what your thoughts are. What do you think about this floor plan in terms of a toy hauler, and is this something you think you would consider if looking for a toy hauler? Guys, if you haven't had a chance, please take a moment, subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up, and we'll talk to you again very soon.